Okay, I'm back. We don't need reactionary women. We don't need any kind of woman that is trying to bring us down as men. Men of color have to stand together, work together, and come up with solutions to our problems. If you have a woman who's not interested in your building, your revolution, then she shouldn't be a part of your culture. Throughout history, it has been proven that a lot of women in this country who claims to be of your race are not your allies. If they get any kind of support from the Caucasian man, you'll never hear them putting down the Caucasian man. You'll never hear him putting down the Caucasian woman. You'll never hear them talking against the system that is in place. You'll never hear them telling you not to get an education from the Europeans, for the most part. You'll never hear them talking about staying away from the religion, for the most part. You never hear them talking about stay away from getting it just over broke, for the most part. Instead, you would hear the opposite. And they would tell you that you're not wise, or you are not raising your children, or you're lazy, or anything negative. They're basically doing the agenda of our enemies. The pale-skinned people do not want to work with you. They want to eradicate you. And anytime they want to put all lives matter or black lives matter, any of that crap is a propaganda to get you away from what's really going on. And this is why men of color need to get together and start working as a team and stop listening to this rhetoric that these females that are actually our enemies are doing against us. Now, you got a lot of females who want to hear this. And a lot of females in this society are so content with listening to the propaganda, the propaganda of them not believing in what we're talking about or supporting what we're representing or anything like that. They will not support that. Instead, they will come up with ways to counter what we're doing to make things better for us. And that's very discomforting. Alright? And it is very difficult to start a organization if you have 90% of the women against you. It's almost better for me to try to start an organization with Asians, Latins, and every other race of females to support me than women of color. That's how much irate they are about countering what we're doing. They want to be in charge of everything, they want to run everything, and it's all based on emotion. It's not based on respect, it's not based on facts, it's based on emotion. And this is why everything we're doing for the last 40 years has failed, because females have been running it, and they run in their mouth and not using their brain. And it's not a feminist or attack on any of the stuff they're doing. This is being real. Dealing with personal problems while you're trying to work with a nation is very difficult to do. But for some reason, females think that they have a right to point out and attack men of color in any given moment. You don't hear the Mexicans on videos making a big thing about their women ain't nothing. You don't hear women of Mexican descent on the video on YouTube talking about how their men ain't nothing. You hear some feminist females talk about all men are dogs, but that don't really mean amount to a hill of beans, because it's not really pointing the finger at a specific group of people. Caucasians always use human or another terminology other than calling themselves the supremacist statement. But people of color is always calling them the supremacist status and putting them in that category that they don't put themselves in. I don't know, I'm having a sinus problem, but I guess that's what's happening. You got people secondhand smoking around you and stuff. And you trying to get stuff done and you can't because this is counting you. That's what I'm going through right now. But my point is, if you want to get women to work with you, you have to find groups of women who really believe in you. Most women of color don't believe in what they're working with when it comes to men of color. It's a facade. It's about what they can gain. It's about what they can get. It's not about getting anything that's relevant. Okay, so they're not getting any benefits from it, so they're not supporting it. It's just what it is. I'm having a hard time talking right now because I'm trying to breathe and the mucus is blocking me up, but I'm trying to get this out. It's so important to talk about this.